Hey everybody, welcome to this week's show. I'll tell you what, we are always on an adventure and we have got a great one this week for sure. You know, I cannot believe that Terry and Rick have been sending me pictures from the Bite Me box of these giant perch they've been catching. It has been like lights out for sure. And I'm super excited because we're gonna be able to do a lot of tip-up fishing here, and we're gonna be able to jig these fish too. What we're gonna do is we're gonna set up one of our hubs, and we're actually gonna be able to sight fish these fish, see them come in. We're only in about 2 to 4 feet of water. The water's pretty clear, but it's exciting because some of these schools are absolutely huge. So, hey, it's gonna be one of them days today. Hang on to your heinies.
Where the breathing is easy, the living is good. Out in the great outdoors.
Larry Smith Outdoors is brought to you by Warrior Boats, Vortex, Mike's Country Meats, Bartline Barrels, Leroy Meats, Bait Rigs, Tubble Towels, Magic Products, Easy Loader Trailers, and Heavy Shot.
So remember, like I always say, it's a great day to be alive. Hey, I'll tell you what, I am loving this new stacker. It certainly makes it nice and keeps my equipment from getting all banged up.
Make it through that hole.
He went around it.
He went around it? Yeah. Did he break through?
He went around
coming back up.
Yeah, coming back up. Here we've got the founding father of the Bite Me. Jack, what do you got to say for yourself?
Nothing, I'm cold and I want to have a warm fish.
I think you're losing your touch, old man.
Well, you shoot a big buck like that. How big was that buck? 170?
207.
Okay, and what did it score? 173?
179.
174. That's huge. Well, big buck. Let's see a big perch. You think it makes a difference using fatheads or shiners?
I like fatheads. I mean, yesterday it seemed to make a
Ooh.
difference.
Just because the fatheads move a little bit more, or what do you think?
They were just a little more, you know, yesterday the fish were really active, and when those schools would come in, if you had the shiner down there, I think those little fish were catching that shiner right away.
Right.
And on the days when they're really lethargic and you're not getting a lot of times we'll pinch the tail off and we'll slide the split shot down, try to slow that minnow down. We're not so worried about that then. It pretty much can drive them nuts on days when they don't want to bite. You know, and that's where we talk about that number 20 treble hook again too. That's such a big thing that on the days when they're really not biting, that's when it makes that big difference, because those fish will sit down there. We've all seen it when you're jigging. They're staring at that thing. They're staring at it. They're assessing whether they want to eat it or not. And if they see anything they don't like, that's too big of a hook, then the next step is they do grab it. And if they feel anything that they don't like on the days when they're not really that aggressive, they're going to spit it out and move on. And the third thing is trying to leave with that bait. If they're feeling that reel or feeling any resistance, they're going to, again, spit it out and move on.
There's your sinker.
Right back to Green Bay.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a keeper. Well, you would think the way they're running like that, they got to be coming in schools, because they're grabbing that bait and just absolutely running. When you look at that pile of line, So when you are fishing here, what are you really looking for as far as bottom structure? I know it's only, 2 to 4 feet deep here, but it seems like we've caught a lot of fish today that obviously they're making some runs, and you're pulling up a lot of different types of weeds.
Yeah, so what they're associating to is those reed grasses, and then what we're looking for is that canopy of weeds that maybe died off and is kind of fallen down. Then what we're looking for is those gaps in the weeds.
The pockets, huh?
Pockets, and I'm looking for that dark bottom mixed maybe with some sand. They seem to associate to that. Any transition lines, a lot of times they have those super highways down there that they'll follow, and it's amazing. You put out a spread of boxes and you'll have them out there, and all of a sudden there's 2 of them or 1 or 2 that are just keep going up and up and up, and you can tell that it must be in a good travel corridor, pitch point, whatever you call it. But so those are kind of the things you look for, and that dark bottom, I always like the dark bottom with some weeds.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Terry, obviously on cold days, having that box heated is a very important part of the whole Bite Me box, for sure.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a whole system between the sensitive bite and having the heat so everything's freewheeling, and not having to deal with, going out and chiseling your holes and making that noise, and maybe, if you're fishing in shallow water, scaring those fish. So all we do is pop a couple of these out. We drop 3-4 cold ones in there.
Okay.
Grab yourself a metal skimmer. Important to make sure it's metal. One of these torches, just regular cans of LP. Give it a light, make sure it's dried off real quick, because moisture is our worst enemy. If we get moisture on there, they won't chain light off. And I just baby blast on them for about a minute or 2 till those edges turn white and they start smoking. And our box has on the side, some of the older models have a line of holes, but other one has a big round hole up here. So this acts as a vent, kind of like a grill. And this also acts as a lid stop. So if we had a driving wind blowing and it was gonna blow the lid closed, we can just pop that up and it keeps it from blowing closed down while you're fishing.
Built for fishermen, built by fishermen. Really, that says it all.
It's the family here. It's not a big conglomerate, it's a family.
They treat you feel like you're in a family,
When you put those two together, an amazing product and amazing people, it's just the type of company you want to be involved with.
Not only because of just the great boats, but because of the camaraderie that the Warrior family has.
The customer service is amazing. They never leave you hanging.
So come join the Warrior family.
Can't get enough outdoors? Go to LarrySmithOutdoors.com.
I'll be pushing almost 14 inches.
Beautiful perch. Subscribe to Larry Smith Outdoors on YouTube and hit the notifications button to catch all our weekly videos. Because if you ain't the first to know, you're the last.
Tues got over 17.
I need 5 bags of real stuff. I just wanted to make sure you're not following.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Terry, we definitely have quite the spread here. And let's tell everybody at home really what the reason is for spreading out these tip-ups. Yesterday, you and your brother, you guys kept your tip-ups pretty close, but you had them dialed in. You found one of them super highways. The fish were more active, but today's a different story.
Yeah, exactly, it is. And there's a couple different ways that people are familiar with trying to locate fish. The more common way is everybody will drill a hole, they'll jig in it for 10-15 minutes with their electronics, and then they'll move and drill in another hole for, they're jigging another hole for 10-15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the way we do it a little different with our tip-ups, you can see we got one heck of a spread here.
Yeah, you do.
We just keep hopscotching them. So instead of just fishing that one hole for 10 minutes, now, here in Wisconsin, we're allowed 3 lines.
Which is nice.
Right, so we're essentially jigging in 3 different holes all at one time. So after that 10 minutes, if we don't get a bite, we can start hopscotching and moving.
You're typically going to have 2 or 3 or 4 of them that are really good when you got a big spread like this.
Right.
So.
Yep. Go ahead. And eventually you end up, bringing them together if you're getting that bite. And it can help you locate where they are on a drop or a break as well. You start out with one on the top, one in maybe 8 feet of water, and one down in the basin. So yeah, it works out well that way.
You know, what we're working today a lot too is getting in the right weeds too. You know, you find that right pocket in the weeds where the fish are traveling through and working. And, you know, obviously they're in here looking for bait themselves. So it could either be some type of larvae or bug, or obviously a lot of small different types of minnows too. You know, I'm kind of liking this camera work stuff. I'm thinking to myself, I could get rid of one of my camera guys, save me a lot of money, right?
You hear that, Hunt?
Right, and I know the camera work is done right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and I don't mind working the weekends, you know? Or 7 days a week. Oh.
Light line, small hooks. Let's talk some more about that. I can't, you know, I guess I can't talk about that enough because it is such a crucial part to have the right rig.
Right, and it's one of the hard things to convince people, because it's hard to convince them that it doesn't make a difference. But we've seen it over the years, and I think you've recently seen it too, what a difference it can make. It's just significant. The small hook, so the minnow has more of a natural, you know, movement around. Again, I like to attribute it to if you put a 100-pound backpack on you and I told you to walk around versus putting a backpack with only 5 pounds in it. You'd be able to run and move around more naturally. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my gosh.
Now look at that. That is like an absolutely giant right there. That is so cool. Nice job. Hey, look at that, everybody. You know, the cool part is that these Bite Me boxes are like incredible, you know, and it's kind of cool because you look at, there's no light going through that hole, and these fish don't know that. That's a huge thing right there. But the other part is, when you think about the Bay of Green Bay, it's incredible to see how these perch population has come back. I think a lot of it's got to do with the high water. You know, that's a big thing right there. 15 fish limit, that's crucial right there. And there's a closed season on them, so these fish can actually spawn. You know what? It is absolutely awesome, because when I was a kid, the limit was 50 and the perch were everywhere out here. I never thought that the decline would ever happen, but my personal feeling is that a lot of it happened because the water levels start dropping and these fish didn't have good places to spawn. That is a freaking tank right there. Loving that. Boy, and it's early, we just got out here. Don't even have the tip-ups all set up. It's just gonna be one of them days today.
We might not even be able to jig.
Well, we're gonna still jig, but we'll get the tip-ups. Okay. Oh, there's another nice perch right there. Look at that. You know, that's a great perch right there. What a start of the day today. Did you hear a 12? Wow. Hey everybody, it's our Leroy lunchtime, and I'll tell you today we have got some great things to cook up. We've got the Larry Smith venison brats, and these are definitely my favorite, not because my name's on them, because they're delicious. Also, this is something that I had made this year, and these are absolutely fantastic. It is the venison prime rib burgers. You definitely want to check out the stuff from Leroy Meats in Horicon and Fox Lake. It doesn't get any better.
Introducing the new and improved Heavy Metal from Heavy Shot. 16% more downrange knockdown power with new higher density bismuth pellets layered over corrosion-resistant steel. Try the new Heavy Metal today and increase your odds. Tighter patterns, longer range, clean kills. Heavy Shot. I didn't come this far to miss.
Are you tired of dealing with frozen tip-ups? Check out the heated Bite Me box tip-up with ultra-sensitive adjustable bite settings. No more cleaning out iced-up holes. False wind trips are a thing of the past with our windproof flag. Interchangeable extra reel assemblies. Great for panfish and all big game fish species too. If you want to catch more fish with less hassle, check out our products and video demonstrations online at boxtipup.com.
Attention, ice anglers. If you or a loved one have suffered from catching complications, looming boredom, or overwhelming humiliation among your peers, Call the Vexlar Group today. If you fish blind like a frozen zombie, you may be eligible to catch fish this year. If you've ever found yourself saying, "You know, it's just nice to be out," you may be a struggling angler, and we know you're hurting. Please help stop this angling epidemic today by visiting www.vexlar.com. My name is Sam Sobey, and I approve this message.
Magic Products is the fishing industry's #1 leader in preserved bait and live bait storage. With hundreds of options in preserved baits, we have what you need for a successful day on the water. Hand-selected fresh bait and tested scents ensure the highest quality. Our live bait storage saves you money by keeping your bait alive and thriving.
There it is, look at the size of that! Holy moly! Just absolutely slobs. Whoa! Oh my God, I don't know if that's big enough.
Magic Products, we're the best in baits and bait care.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's a nice fish. Beautiful. Can you see him down there? Nice, nice, nice perch. Oh God. Oh, nice fish.
Yeah.
That is like, oh man.
Heavy. It's actually smaller than the ones we've been getting out here. We've been getting some really chunky ones.
You like a good one?
Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that.
Oh yeah. There, that's what we're looking for.
Hey Rick, let's talk about the new Panfish tip up here that you guys came up with. Super easy to set up, it's super portable. It's just another great tip up. And what was the reason? Why did you guys come up with the Panfish tip up? The box tip ups are like epic.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we knew how good the box tip-ups were, and it is a higher price tip-up, we knew that. So we wanted to make something a little more economical. Guys were saying that they felt that the size of the box was too big for them, but you know, as you're finding out, and all of us have, once you start using them, you realize just how, you know, how effective they are.
Right.
So the whole idea with the Panfish tip-up was to give it a more affordable version for guys to figure out how effective they are. Now granted, you're only going to be able to use these on a little bit warmer weather days and things like that.
But you can also use a whole cover on them too.
And you can use a whole cover,
yep.
Right? Yep. So and it's designed for the mobile guy that wants to be out there, maybe trying to locate fish. You can always have these with you. You know, it's a tip up you can always have, and you're out there. You say, you know what, today it's a nice day. I'm gonna try see if they're biting on tip ups. You know,
they're kind of addictive. I got to tell you that.
Yeah.
But you know what? When you guys first came to me, I'm like, yeah, I knew it was a good tip up, you know, but there's a lot of good tip ups up there. I wasn't quite sure that it was as good as it is. Yeah. And I'm not just saying that. This thing, they are. All you got to do is buy one. If you buy one, you're definitely going to buy multiple.
As well as, you know, and just buying it and rigging it up the same way that you would rig up your normal tip up, you're still going to love it. We're finding out everybody's coming back and they're saying, I just absolutely love it. And then we talk to them and they say, you know, no, I'm not even using the heat. We got another one up over there. But they're saying they're not even using the heat and they're not doing all this stuff. It really is a system, and right down to the number 20.
It took me a little bit to get to that point, but you're 100% right. It's like, you know, it's like fine tuning the engine. You definitely want to take all.
Look at that.
You know what? I guess that fish is telling me, shut up and fish.
Yep.
I don't know. That's not too
bad. Not too bad.
I'll keep that one right there.
Good eater.
Look at the colors of these fish. Absolutely beautiful and chunky fish too, like that. Now, I can't. That obviously we're standing right here and it didn't phase that fish. We're talking, filming.
So yeah, you know, normally you like to talk about blacking out the hole with the boxes. Some days it doesn't matter.
No, and today is definitely one of them days.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing that this winter we have had so much warm weather. In my lifetime, I have never seen a winter this warm this late into the year. It's I don't even know what to say.
Yep. Nope. I know it's been just one of those, another challenging year, but you know, if you're willing to do the work and you're willing to walk out, you know, it's not easy getting out where we are, and everybody, you know, we've been working to get out here, and but if you're willing to do the work, the nice part is there's not a ton of pressure out there.
The reward is definitely here.
Keeper, I think. Oh yeah, that's a keeper. More perfect one sort of frying pan. Yes, it's a good fish. Whatever.
Oh, northern. You got yourself a northern. There you go. Good job.
Like the one I had before.
You've been doing a pretty good job of patrolling these tip-ups down here, Tom.
Hey Terry, let's talk a little bit about the reels on the Bite Me box. You know, yesterday you were fishing pike, today obviously you were fishing perch. Let's show everybody at home how easy it is to swap out the reels on the box here.
Right, it's one of the things we offered, and boy, amazingly enough, a lot of customers take advantage of buying that extra reel assembly. And a couple different reasons. One, obviously, like you said, we were fishing pike, so we got the heavier mono on there. Now we're gonna go for perch today. So basically, in a Tupperware thing, just keep all those reels nice and organized.
That's
and of course,
sweet.
The hook is in the cork with the clicker on, so it all stays, you know, real nice and self-contained in there. And then grab one out that's the smaller one here. I got the smaller hook. All we really have to do is take that wing nut, back that off, pull the pin out of there, drop that extra reel out, throw on our other reel, put her back in there, and we're in business. So we're not buying...
Took about a minute.
Yeah, we're not buying extra tip-ups, we're not retying leader lines. You know, and you don't end up with that big collage of all those leaders that we all have in our tackle box.
Right, that's a fact. That is sweet.
Hi, I'm Kate with Wings Over Wisconsin, and I'm proud to be part of an organization that concentrates on Wisconsin's natural resources.
All the money that they raise for their banquet stays in the local area. That's how I was able to put in 2 beautiful ponds and some nesting habitat on my property.
We encourage everyone to attend our banquets, or better yet, if you'd like to start up a chapter to create funds to do projects like this in your area, call our state office or visit our website, wingsoverwisconsin.org.
Trophy Ice Fish, Green Bay's premier ice fishing guide service. Captain Lonnie Goldman specializes in trophy walleye and whitefish packages. Perfect for family, friends, and corporate outings. Restrooms on the ice and their exclusive shore lunch make Trophy Ice Fish the top choice for your ice fishing fun and comfort on the Bay of Green Bay. Check out TrophyIcefish.com or call Barbara at 920-255-2617 to book your ice fishing adventure.
Oh, nice perch.
Nice perch.
Nice perch.
That's how we save the day, right? Okay, we got one going on our new panfish tip up here. Go ahead, Todd. See what we got.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a tanker.
Oh, yeah.
Hold that one up. Look how pretty that fish is, too. Hey, I'll tell you what, Thomas, what happened?
Well, Lance punched me.
He did. Let's see that.
I slipped on the ice and I smashed myself with the camera, but I still got the shot.
You got the shot, huh?
So we're gonna clean up, get a little Tupperware towel, a little vitamin E.
And get the heck back to work, dude.
Get the heck back to work.
Right? Man, oh man, how do you slip on a day like today? Right? I'm thinking Lance had something to do with it. Hey, chicks like guys that have battle wounds, right?
Yeah, right.
Right?
Hey, Dana White, I'm ready for my fight.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. We went right over your tracks. You don't know how lucky you were that you didn't go through.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I walked back and looked at it. I pushed you out. She was bobbing.
Hey everybody, what an awesome experience we had today up on the Bay of Green Bay here. I'll tell you what, you guys, that was some pretty explosive perch fishing this morning. As fast as we could get the tip-ups in, they were on. And you guys were jigging and doing good jigging right away too. You know, we didn't get a 15-incher today, but we got a lot of nice perch, and that was absolutely awesome. Again, kind of showing all the different things that Bite Me box is really, that tip-up is incredible, you guys.
Yeah, it's you know, we definitely we put some good fish on the ice. Like you said, we didn't get the 15, but you always felt like any flag you had, the next one could have been that 15. So
yeah,
that's warm enough today to get the panfish tip-ups out too and put those to work a little bit. That was fun.
I can't get over how warm this winter is.
Yeah,
I mean, this is absolutely the craziest, warmest winter than I've seen in a long time. But you know, there's still a lot of good places to fish. You just have to be very cautious on where you're going. Get good information. Like, we got great information from Paul over at North Shore Bait here in O'Connell.
Absolutely.
You know what? That is the key, to talk to people that know their areas. So when you're traveling up north or you're traveling on the Bay of Green Bay, definitely talk to the people at the bait shops, because they have a wide array of sources coming in and they know what the conditions are like. For sure.
Ice safety, that's a big thing. Especially this year, right?
Yeah,
I mean, this
is a strange year, no doubt in both. But the fish are biting, and that's a good thing. Hey, everybody, we appreciate you watching our show this week. Make sure that you check out all of our social media avenues, like our YouTube channel, and make sure you check our Instagram, along with our podcast that we put out every Tuesday. We Eat Fishy. Hey, remember, like I always say, the most important things are, we're living in the greatest country in the world still. And make sure that you know this. It's no doubt a great day to be alive. Hey, we'll see you next week.
One's still got eggshells hanging on it. I grab a skimmer. Important to dry it off first. One of these that you just pull the trigger and it lights. And this one's probably about out of gas. She'll light. I don't know if it will.
Right.
0 for 3.
0 for 3.
Your day's going. I'm surprised that hook didn't pop up and get you in the cheek.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. Pull up Red Alexander.
Right.